Here we are.
Back at it again.
Bo's feeling a little sick.
A little under the weather.
Yeah.
But I had a buddy reach out to me because I posted our rope short on Instagram and I reposted on my story. And he's like, dude, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I was like, well, I think it is like a legendary film. We didn't actually rate it as a legend or letdown. I actually will say it is kind of a legendary film. I think it's expertly made. The acting's great. The directing's great. The camera work is next level, like it's never been done before. Story's okay, but just the subject matter is just too heavy, and it just turned me off from enjoying it.
Yeah.
Maybe what seems like a harsh score, but it's just the balancing of like I've talked about in previous episodes, because I actually just listened to one, so I was trying to record some of our scores that we never recorded, and what I said I'm going to actually post as its own clip is like how I review movies, is like how well they work for me. And it's hard for a movie to work for me if I feel sick while I'm watching it and don't want to really participate, engage with it.
When you're wishing the movie was just over, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, and for me it wasn't even that. I feel like I was wishing like I didn't have to be with these guys that like were okay with this and were doing this thing that I think is just morally reprehensible. Yeah, so anyway.
I stand by what we said.
Welcome back to Real Legends Podcast. I'm Bo.
I'm Dan.
And tonight's movie is Ad Astra, starring Brad Pitt.
Bradley boy.
And I'm just going to throw this off. Well, first of all, we talked about putting together a list of top movies of the 21st century. I don't know if you have, but I really haven't done it.
No.
I really want to, though, and we'll post them. We'll talk about them. It's eventually maybe on our 30th episode or something. But I just got to say, right off the bat of this movie, not my cup of tea. I feel like when movies get into the area where it's very, like, tries to be very symbolic, I don't want to say the word artsy, but, like, just indirect in its storytelling, it just starts to lose me. I was reflecting on it while we were watching the movie, and I was like, I would rather watch a movie that's like 12 Angry Men, where it's, 12 jurors in a room where it's just human on human things happening, and you're just following the story. You're experiencing this moment. Then all these shots of space and someone walking down a dark tunnel and overlaid voiceover. It just doesn't work for me. I don't like it. I think that's when filmmaking, for me, is least effective. I know other people argue differently but these kind of movies are just not my cup of tea. I was kind of afraid it would be a movie like that in some ways, and my fears were realized because I did not enjoy this movie.
Really?
No. There's a few things that I thought were kind of cool, but overall I did not enjoy the movie.
Dang. I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't love the narration. I thought the narration was annoying. I thought like the overly focusing on like the emotions of everything and kind of like the slow dramatic scenes were a little bit annoying. But I thought the idea of going to space to nuke your dad was pretty awesome.
It doesn't even nuke him.
Getting attacked by freaking space monkeys. It was awesome.
Earth monkeys in space,
you
mean?
And then blowing them up and then killing all the crew.
Because we're dumb enough to take baboons that'll eat your face into space.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
I guess we're jumping into spoilers out there, so hey-yo.
He doesn't nuke his dad. I'm not telling you that.
Did you have anything you wanted to share before we move on with the review from movie news or anything like that?
No.
Okay, well, we'll hit it at the end if we have anything. Yeah, do you have any other initial thoughts about what you liked, what worked for you?
I thought it was cool. I love space. I think it's really cool. I thought the world they create is really interesting, where like the Earth is advanced to a point where we're able to have a moon base and we're able to have a Mars base, but there's still like clearly a lot of like breakdown in like the Earth itself, because the moon has been like colonized by America in some places, but then there's other places that are like kind of up for debate and they can't really defend themselves well. I thought that like the whole moon scene was really cool. And then I thought that the whole idea of like I thought the whole premise of the movie was really cool.
Yeah, let's run through the premise, I guess. So the premise is we're beyond Earth's bounds. We're looking for intelligent life. Brad Pitt's dad has traveled to Saturn to try to be beyond the effects of the sun and other things that are interfering with our instruments to be able to see if there's actually life out there.
Neptune.
It's Neptune?
Yeah.
Neptune has rings?
Yeah.
I thought Saturn had rings.
It does as well.
Oh. Is Neptune farther than Saturn?
Yeah.
No wonder it's so dark out there.
You know what's even farther than Neptune?
Uranus?
Ew.
I just had to guess. I just had to guess on that one. I didn't actually know that, fans.
You got it, baby.
I can tell you this. Earth, Moon, Mars. Those are the only things that matter.
It's honestly true. Unless you're a freaking loser who loves zodiac signs. Bro, people who believe in zodiac signs, it's crazy. The human heart will just believe in... We have to believe in something. If you don't believe in God, you believe in space.
You believe in retarded things.
You really do.
Oh, man. There was some surprising little spirituality in this when they read, like, or said something about God with, like, when the guy got killed by the baboon.
Yeah. Talking about his Redeemer.
Yeah.
Little Jesus.
You see your Redeemer when you pass the next life or something like that.
Yeah. So his dad goes to Neptune to try to get organic. He's trying to find life. And there's these massive, like, electrical compulsions that are made of antimatter that are coming from Neptune.
Affecting Earth. Yeah,
affecting Earth, killing tens of thousands of people. And so Brad Pitt has to go out and shut it down. And that's basically the whole like premise, at least.
Right.
It's pretty unique. I mean, it was at moments it felt a little bit like it's trying to like push down a story that wouldn't actually happen. Like it feels really ham-fisted, I guess. And it also doesn't really ever explain what exactly the antimatter, like how it's happening and like what that actually means. How his dad is creating this massive thing that can travel over 2 billion light years. It doesn't really like make sense. But it's like one of those things where I'm not really sure if it was like the best way to, I don't know. They could have definitely done it in like different ways to have like the antimatter or something, to have them like go out. Because I like the whole time I was thinking about this movie, I was thinking about Interstellar and just how Interstellar is a much better movie because like space in this one is really cool and it's actually really fun to look at. But the reason he's going out still feels like kind of confusing. Like the ship goes out there, it has like antimatter in its battery and its like propulsions, and somehow that's like being spread all the way back to Earth. Like,
yeah, I never caught on to what was happening or how.
That seemed really vague and weird, and I feel like they could have come up with a trillion other ways. They could have just said, like, we got a distress signal, and you have to go back and find your dad. And, like, when he goes back and finds him, he finds that his dad is crazy and, like, wants to stay or whatever, and he still has to, like, make that decision. It doesn't have to necessarily be, like, this, I don't know, weird compulsion thing that can shoot across the entire galaxy. You know what I mean? Like 2 billion miles.
Well, as soon as they like recruit Brad Pitt and they say like, hey, we need you for this. It's killing people. It almost killed you. Are you on our team? It's just like, oh yeah, okay. The stakes are this could destroy the Earth.
Yeah.
And it just seemed a little like, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit at that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, we'll see where it goes from there. But then it never pays out. It's like, okay, how? Why? What's causing it? Like, is the nuke gonna actually stop whatever's happening? And then just, I agree. That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah, it felt like at the end you're kind of just like, what was that even for? I don't really get it.
Yeah.
I think they could have made the reason for him going out to space a little bit more clear and a lot better one.
I mean, I guess, generously speaking, it's like, I'm supposed to believe it's the mad scientist whose experiment in space is going to kill everyone. Like, if you put it in terms of, like, you know, Frankenstein or, like, I don't know if that's a good example, but, like, the mad scientist in the tower who's, like, townspeople are scared because he's, like, generating all this electricity and it's affecting or killing people. So it's like, oh, we got to stop him. He's going to blow up the whole country or town, but expanded to, like, a galaxy scale.
Yeah.
I guess that's what that is, but again, I just didn't really get into it, and I didn't feel like it paid out. understanding or with just story.
Yeah. Interstellar definitely does it much better.
Oh yeah.
Like Interstellar does like a perfect reason, like a call to action, like the Earth is going to be destroyed. We've sent people out to find habitable places. Go find them.
Yeah, and then there's several twists. There's, oh, actually, we sent your dad to go on this mission, but we can't save ourselves. Like, I lied. We don't have an anti-gravitational system to get us off the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And also the twist when he gets to save the doctor that he sent to save, who's found somewhere where they could live. That's a twist too, because it's not true.
It's not actually habitable.
No. Right, and so I feel like those ones work, yes, a lot better, and they make sense.
I agree. Yeah, this one, I think the reason was very silly. For the good things, though, I will say, I think that the camera work in a lot of places is very cool. I think the sets are very cool. I think all the scenes where like they're getting in and out of spaceships and like floating around felt super cool. Being on Mars, the Mars like underground, you felt like you were in this like gross underground like horrible place. Like they did such a good job on Mars, and I feel the same way about the moon. Like when they're on the moon and those guys like attack them, it's like, oh my gosh, this would be so crazy. Like the moon is the new frontier, and like what does that mean?
Yeah, I think that was probably my favorite scene was the rover scene.
Yeah,
action scene.
I agree. It seemed pretty stupid that they sent them on this convoy and no one on the convoy did anything.
Right.
They're like, we'll defend you. No, you won't. You guys suck.
Well, again, it seemed a little too like on the nose where at one point before he leaves on the rovers, they say like, oh yeah, it's kind of iffy out there because there's miners and, you know, it's not anyone's territory and there's been problems with people getting killed or going missing. And it's like, okay, you gave me what I needed to know. But then we get to the next scene and this officer's telling him, yeah, it's dangerous out there, but we'll get you to your ship. And it's like, okay, so you really want me to know something's going to happen then, huh?
Yeah.
Because you're telling me twice now.
That's true.
And then when we get to it, yeah, none of the soldiers do anything.
No. They suck.
Pretty
lame. And then that one guy who like had to escort him or whatever, like
dies.
He's like
first of all, he wouldn't have made it to the moon anyway because he's a freaking old geezer.
Yeah.
And somehow he survives a space flight to the moon.
Literally a useless character. It was cool when he finally took over and like chucks the guy off and he gets the pistol out and he starts shooting him and then it gets hit and then you see it like.
And it's cool because
torpedoing.
The moon has like less gravity, so it's like, do the Warthog spin off the cliff?
I would have loved to see more on the moon. Honestly, you could make an entire movie about moon colonization.
Yeah.
Like, and have it be like different factions on the moon.
Right.
Like there's factions that are trying to exploit the resources. There are factions who are trying to like be scavengers. There are factions who are trying to like create law and order and like the politics there.
Video game too.
Yeah, like that could be a super, super cool movie. Is just like the moon.
Yeah,
right?
It could be like we've started colonizing the moon and different countries are there, but then something bad happens on Earth to where like you can still go harvest resources there to make it so you can survive on the moon, but like Earth is kind of gone.
Yeah.
And so it's like, crap, we have to fight it out here. And who's going to be the king of the moon?
It'd be really cool. I mean, you look at like the history of North America, because that was really the last place that, I mean, you could argue that Russia's trying to do it to Ukraine right now, but like basically like finding land and being like, okay, I want that. And then someone's like, well, I actually want that too. And then it's like, okay, how do you wheel and deal that?
Yeah. Or conquer.
And you could make it cool with like people who've been on Mars for like maybe 3 generations. And so they feel like Mars is their home and people are coming in and they don't like it. Like,
yeah,
the whole time, the scene on Mars, I was like, dude, I just want to know more about this. I thought maybe the moon, the scene at first when he's on like that big antenna, I thought we were going to learn a ton about that. And I was really excited to hear,
like the Earth antenna.
I was really excited to hear like, who works there? What do they do? Like all these things that I feel like could have been really cool to explore. They kind of just like jump onto the next thing just so he can nuke his dad.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't we focus on cool things instead of this, I don't know, this weird antimatter thing that you explained in like one scene.
I'm going to make a comparison and you can reject this.
Rejected.
Dig it. Just like my girlfriend.
Permission. Ex-girlfriend.
Just like when I tried to come on to Dan's girlfriend.
She mooned him.
You know those people that like they like dinosaurs, so any show or movie about dinosaurs they're gonna like, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
I kind of feel like this is a little bit, and you tell me if I'm wrong, for you, this is how this movie is a little bit, where it's like, well, I was interested in the subject matter, the space travel, Mars, moon, and the cool things they could have done enough to where you enjoyed it more than like you would have if this was like a Western of this quality or something.
I don't know. I love Westerns too.
You do love Westerns?
I love the West. Like anything that has to do with like.
I thought you and Riley said when we watched Tombstone you didn't like Westerns.
I don't like slow paced movies that meander. And this one kind of has that problem. But you are right, though. I'm definitely being easier on this one because I do love space.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, like, all the, like, the cool spectacle, him climbing onto the spaceship, like, all the traveling and stuff, the gravity, the
you
Mars,
like the idea of it more than the execution.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and whereas me, I'm like, I only like it if the execution's there.
Yeah.
I think that stuff's cool, but yeah.
I'm not saying that this is my favorite movie.
No, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, you just said it was my favorite movie, and I'm going to jump off a building now.
Yeah, I just said any movie with stars, the moon, or outside view of Earth is your favorite movie.
Big engine movie. Yeah.
I love trains.
I like turtles. I think you're onto something there that like it is like a space movie, and so I'm like, oh, this is sick. But,
right.
Yeah, I'm like the idea of it is much cooler. Like if I knew somebody who like loved space and like loved sci-fis just for like what they are, I'd say this would be a good watch. But like if you like a movie for like a really compelling story, yeah, this is not it. And I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Gotcha. I just wanted to get a feel for it because it's just what my perception was of the situation and my experience with you watching movies and talking about different things in life.
I think I'd be harsher on this one.
I think if it wasn't about space, you'd be more on page with me.
Probably.
Yeah. But it's okay. I like that we have some differences in agreement.
Dude, I got some bias for space, man. I do. Yeah, space is so cool.
Space monkey over here.
You're freaking rip your face off.
Send him up with Elon, baby.
No one's smarter than Elon.
Don't get me started on my Trump quotes. Okay, so there was a couple things that I wanted to touch on, thoughts I had on the movie, and I was going to write them down, and now I forget all of them.
Incredible.
So there's that. I guess we'll just hit the stories and questions and see if it brings them to mind. So whose story is it? What do they want? What do they need? And does the movie make us care?
It's definitely Roy's story.
A.K.A. Brad Pitt, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What does he want?
He wants... Well, first, he really wants to just, like, be a space guy. That's, like, all he cares about is, like, space. He cares about it so much that he lets his wife basically, like, leave him because he's not willing to change his schedule, his, like, interests.
Yeah, it seems like what's really underneath that, and even, like, from the beginning of the movie, is he... How do you say this? Like, not... Like, isolate? Like, he wants to be... shut himself off. Like from the very beginning, like his heart rate never goes up. He like says like when he's walking out for his first job that we see, he's like, yeah, I'm just putting on a smile for these people, but I don't care about them. I'm just looking for the exit. So it kind of just seems like he wants to just escape. Mm-hmm. Like he just wants to be shielded from everyone. I don't know if there's a better way of putting it. There probably is. I just can't put it into words. But that's kind of what I got from it.
Yeah.
Is like with that desire to be a spaceman, to be an astronaut, it's like, it's so that he can just like disconnect and escape.
Yeah. He mentions that a few times too. Like he just wants to be out there. And then as the movie goes on, you realize that's because he like felt abandoned by his dad.
Yeah. So what does he end up ultimately needing?
He needs to focus on what's in front of him, which was his wife. He also needs to let his dad go.
Yeah, he needs to like be emotionally open and deal with the things that he's kind of buried. The things with his dad, how he's always been shut off from his wife because of that, and the effects of his childhood. And really just, he starts to do it right. He starts to be like, okay, this is how I really feel about you. He's trying to send his wife a message like, okay, the truth is I didn't want you to leave. but he's like, delete message, right? And he opens up more after that. I can't remember what he says, the lines specifically, but there's another instance I can picture where he's talking to like a message or the computer about how he's doing, and he opens up more about himself and his dad, and then more and more we see him talking about how he has problems with his dad, and then by the end of it he's like, you know what, I know you never cared about me, but I still love you.
Yeah, his dad scene was pretty brutal, honestly. Like, he gets to his dad, and his dad is just like, we have to go on this mission, and he's like, no, you're coming with me, you're coming with me, you're coming with me. And he thinks that he can just like change his dad just by showing him that he loves him. And in the end, his dad like almost gets him killed.
Right.
And so he realizes, he has like that monologue where it's like, my dad's problem was that he was ignoring what was right in front of him for something that was off in the distance. He cared so much about trying to find life that he forgot that he had life in his family.
Yeah.
And he had his wife, he had his child.
Yeah.
And that was me, and he abandoned me to go look for life somewhere else.
Right.
And then he realizes the same thing. He's like, I've spent all my time trying to be a space guy and trying to like keep myself away from people so long. But that's what ruined my marriage.
Right. Almost protect himself because he's been hurt.
Yeah. That
he's just cut himself off, and then he's also missed what's right in front of him, his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
And he talks about, I haven't always been. I should have listened when I talked. I should have been like tender when I was angry. Yeah. So like some of that I like. I just don't like the delivery. Like again, when it's more symbolic and like.
I would have liked to just see a conversation between him and his wife instead of the dumb, slow narration.
Right, that's what I'm
dramatic
saying.
Narration, like, is just so
like
cringe
shots
to me.
Of him walking in his spacesuit, and it's like the lighting's all cool and stuff, and it's just a voiceover, and then it cuts to different close-ups on his face and things. I'd rather just see like this. I'd rather see the story just develop, right? Like 12 Angry Men example. I'd rather just see them. Oh, I have a problem with the person. I'm going to talk to them, and we're going to talk it out, and we're going to get somewhere. Yeah, like that's my preference on storytelling.
I would agree. There's so many close-up shots. This is close-up of the movie. It's insane.
Well, dang, I had some interesting thoughts, and now I can't remember any of them.
Those are interesting.
I really did.
So interesting.
So there were some of the big ideas in the movie were like life, looking for life outside the galaxy, and then realizing we're all alone, or this is all we have. Anyway, it had something to do with like that part of the movie, and I had this realization. Not a realization, but like a thought about it, and I can't remember what it is now. And then I had other thoughts about, I guess I'm just gonna hit a few things I didn't like that I thought were dumb. I didn't like how he got back to his ship at the very end by jumping off a propeller and using a skateboard to block freaking Saturn's rings.
It was an skateboard.
Neptune's rings. Yeah,
it was the metal
panel to block, and he perfectly shoots himself right at his spaceship. Other like science fiction things that have exposed me to space, and I don't know, but it makes sense to me. Like space is 3-dimensional, right? Or I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like you can go any direction, and if you're off by a degree, you will not get to your target. And even in flight on Earth, where we're just flying across a flat surface on a sphere, and it is three-dimensional, but they have to course correct to get to the right place. Or like a ship on the ocean, you're constantly course correcting to get there.
Right.
And then like other ways space has been portrayed to me, it's like if we jump off this ship in space and try to get to this target and we're off even by a little, we're not going to make it. So
I think they give
for this movie to be just like, I can just blast off this ship with my dad, be spinning everywhere, somehow get back, even with the propellant stuff, and then also jump off a propeller and get all the way to another ship. It's just like, okay, you're asking me to swallow a lot here.
Just to give the devil's advocate argument, I think that he blasts through the ring, and then he's actually not going like at all. He like gets rid of the metal thing, and then he uses his little jetpack to get back to the ship.
Little thruster.
Sure. So he's able to get through, but it wasn't enough to get through. So like his trajectory could have been totally off, but at least it was enough to get him off.
Well, he was at least close to it
through the ring.
I mean, if I jumped off something spinning, and you didn't jump off at the right angle, you could be off by a lot after you go a couple miles.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's okay. I get it.
You're not
I just
wrong.
didn't really like it.
I also think Neptune's ring is probably like several hundred miles long. So I'm just gonna look it up. Neptune. I can't really see how many. It just shows me like the diameter, not the width.
I'll show you the width. My diameter.
Does it show me the girth of the rings?
The halo ring? Dude, maybe it is just the halo freaking without Neptune. Honestly, one of the parts several parts on the moon, I was just like, could this just be a Halo movie instead? We got the orange visor. Can we just make this? Can we just switch gears here? Can we just start fighting the Covenant?
Yeah. I thought the scene where he gets onto the rocket was really cool. He the one girl drops him off. He goes through the sewer.
I'm also don't like that part. It took forever, and then once he actually got to the ship, it doesn't really show him get onto it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's about to take off, and all of a sudden he's just kind of on it.
It just sneaks on. I thought that part was cool, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was sick. They all came out, and it's like, I come in peace, and then them overreacting gets all of them killed. And it's like, oh my gosh, that scene was crazy when it turned on, and that girl's face just became part of the window. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, just very cool. That scene was dope.
Very spacey, folks.
It's very spacey, yeah. and then he just goes anyways because he's got to nuke his dad.
Just goes to space. Just does space things.
Yeah, I think
kills his space dad.
Yeah, space dad. Are you my? Yeah, I'm like your space dad.
Great pull.
Great pull. Mega Mind. And I'm your space stepmom. I think this movie is decent. I don't think I would ever really want to watch it again. Probably only recommend it to people that I disliked. Or who really, really like space movies. I think, yeah, that's what I have to say.
I'm going to say it's a letdown. I'm going to give it a... Honestly, I feel like I got to up Rope's score because I would rather watch Rope again in this movie, probably.
What?
So,
wow.
Like I said, at least it tells the story, shows it, it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just adjust Rope's score separately to a 5.5, and I'll give this movie a 5.
Wow. I would give this movie a 4. Just kidding. A classic Dan
just
show.
A 3.5, lower than Aviator.
No, I like this movie way more than Rope and way more than Aviator. I'd probably give it a...
That's why I gave it a 5.
Probably a 6.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was above average.
May you burn in space hell.
I'm about to go jump up a space building.
May Brad Pitt nuke you with a space bomb.
May you become Brad Pitt's space dad.
Also, getting blasted back to Earth by a freaking nuclear bomb on his spaceship was so lame.
Come on, that was cool.
It was so lame.
Come on.
Like, okay, it's just gonna propel me. I'm sure that's how physics work.
Bo. Yeah. Come on, you big stickler for physics.
I don't ask for much. I mean, I'm fine with Star Wars is. I'd rather have a fantasy because it's more organic storytelling than this symbolic storytelling crap. But that's just me. All right. Well, that's our scores. Read them and weep. If you like Ad Astra, go join Space Dad with the nuke.
Send us your coordinates so we can bomb you. Or freaking 6 space monkeys on you.
I will personally place a baboon on your ship.
Dude, seriously, why would they bring razor sharp tooth baboons onto the ship with them? That is so stupid.
And please don't forget to follow, like, subscribe on Real Legends Podcast on YouTube and real.legends.pod on Instagram. You can find us on Spotify and Apple. It really helps grow the show. And we really want you to message us about those top 10 or top 20 movies of the 21st century. Promise, I'm going to put my list together. I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post it on YouTube as well as Dan's. And we'll also talk about them maybe on our 30th episode or the next episode. Who knows? But yeah, we're getting close to a big milestone for the show. So
Let's go.
get this out to people, and hope you're enjoying our new titles and descriptions for our episodes. We realize that's going to help us grow our show as well. Other than that, we will see you at the we will see you at the cinema concession stand.
Catch you on the flippity flop.